Okay, so it is 1:46 a.m., March the 2nd, 2026. I was woken up by them hitting me with the direct energy weapons and sonic propulsion technology and possibly the bone conduction technology as I went to sleep. Um, Around 12 o'clock, I was going back to sleep, but I had to use the bathroom. They took that advantage to create a noise campaign of cars revving, engines revving, something that sounds like a motorcycle or a car engine that is constantly revving. And they've been doing the same noise for about 2.5 to 3 years. Engines revving. I have videos that contradict what you can and cannot hear at certain times, especially 12 o'clock on a Monday morning. Um, I'm outside and it's dead silent and you can't hear anything. You damn sure can't hear traffic. But nights where I'm sleeping and I'm trying to go to sleep, all of a sudden you hear a noise campaign of certain vehicles and cars and semi trucks and police sirens and emergency sirens, and they've stopped some of the emergency sirens, especially after I sent the cease and desist letter, and all of a sudden the police popped up and the sheriff popped up, and I have to get the date for that video, but they kind of stopped that. They woke me up also with a helicopter, which my phone recorded. Um, but I rode my bike in a mile and a half radius or so, and I sat at the closest road, which is Hiawassee, and I listened, and you didn't hear in a single truck or car or motorcycle revving its engine going up and down Hiawassee. I sat there and I waited, and you could barely hear the traffic right next to the road. And that's why, like, I've been recording a consistent video, 4 hours and 14 minutes of everything that occurred as I went to sleep. So the whole purpose is to sleep to deprive the targeted individual, harass them to the point where they get upset, have an attitude, they're extremely tired, they can't get their job done, there's no way that they can progress because they're too exhausted fighting an invisible system. Their nervous system is shot because they're in constant fight or flight mode, and because they're constantly being harassed by people that no one can see or hear, except that targeted individual. So I'm documenting the nanotechnology, the nano communication, the noise campaigns. Most of my videos are labeled noise campaigns, especially after today. They had the neighbor playing loud music for 6 to 7 hours on my day off. The whole purpose was to try to ruin my day off. It was the only day off I got this week because I took a 3-day weekend last weekend to help my parents and pay off my credit. So I took that Monday off and I had to work Saturday, which means I had yesterday, Sunday was my only day off. It is now Monday and they are trying to sleep deprive me so I don't get work done at work, on top of every other thing, just defeating their system, surviving their system, graduating in their system, working through their system, not being able to be manipulated in their system, not following the narrative that they curated for me in their system, and just still being myself and documenting daily in their system and preparing for a lawsuit in their system, a lawsuit full of repetitive patterns, noise campaign, police stalking, police harassment, revealing that these long range energy weapons actually exist and the government is utilizing them on unsuspecting citizens, including their MK ULTRA program, um, and a long range of other other crimes, criminal behavior, criminal activity, just a whole bunch of stuff that's just been documented over the past few years. And on top of the system that I created to overcome all of that torture, including the illegal internal surgeries that they do with the nanotechnology, there's a lot of illegal, egregiously illegal activities that the United States is doing while trying to perpetuate the narrative that you are the problem and you are crazy, and everything is so sci-fi, it's so science fiction that no one would believe you unless you actually survived and documented it.